Okay, what I'm doing today is I went and bought this yesterday. Reversible plank paneling. And what it is it's beadboard on one side. And then if you want to flip it over, you could do more of a shiplap. And it's thin. And I meant to show this before I stripped everything down. So this is right outside my kitchen and dining room. And I usually have this shelf on there. But I've stripped all that down, and today I am planning on doing this wall. I think I'm going to do it as the beadboard because I have brick there, and then we're going to be doing shiplap in the kitchen. So I like the idea of having a different texture here. We will do beadboard. Yeah, so basically, and then I'm going to paint it. I'm going to paint it the same Polar Bear by Bear, which is a true white. I thought about doing it in the Cottage white, but I don't think I'm going to. One thing, if I don't like it, the white, I can always do the more aged yellowy. One quick thing that I think is funny. So there's an outlet right there, and I need to go around it. Now, if Brett was here, it would be a whole big math problem of this, that, and the other. Tammy's way is hang the board, get down, peek behind the board, and etch out where I need to cut. So we will see if my way works. Okay, my way worked. It just took me a lot longer because I don't know what he's done with the jigsaw, don't know what he's done with the Dremel, and he's at work. So I had to do all that by hand. So believe it or not, that's not too easy. But anyway, it's done. No mathematics required. All right, it is 10 till 5, so Brett will be home about 5 o'clock, and I got it done. Now, I still need to finish the filler in it and, paint and all that. But for somebody that really didn't know what the heck she was doing, I think it turned out all right. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what it looks like when it's completely done. All right, first coat is on. So, yeah, it's gonna look nice. It's just getting it done. Oh my gosh. It's like drinking the paint. So yeah, I'm getting ready to do one more coat, and hopefully it won't need much more. All right, I think it may be done. Besides like touching up that other wall and all that. But the actual beadboard, I think may be done. I'm gonna let it dry and look at it real good. And then I gotta go buy floor molding and ceiling molding. But yeah, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. All right, my wall is completely done. I still have to buy the decorative pieces and the wood to do the outer part, like this way, so it'll look more like a framed in door. And then I have to hang that old mirror as the header. But the wall itself is done, unless I decide to do another coat of paint. But I think it's done. So, all right, so I have it decorated for now. Yeah, I just haven't been sure what to do with it. But I think that looks okay for now. I still have to go buy my wood and do that side. Then I will be done. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so here's an update of what's going on. I've got the trim done on this other side here, And when Brett gets home, I'm going to hang in my header window. So it's this one right here. The other side I had to paint white because it was in like really, really bad condition. So I've got it all cleaned up and painted. The white side will face the kitchen. And if I get it up there and I don't like the stained, I of course will paint it. But it will go, you know, white side facing into the kitchen, stained side facing out here, and it will go right up there, right to the top there. So yeah, I think that'll look really good. And then I have been stripping down the foyer, pulling up the baseboards, filling in holes, wiping them down. I just got done wiping down that wall, so it looks pretty bad. Yeah, so I have something that I'm going to be working on in here, but I don't have the van to go. Okay, I got the window up. Yay. But I am going to have to paint it. That stain just does not look good. So tomorrow I've got to do the puttying and the filler and all that. And then I've got to paint it. So, but it's in there nice and secure. And then there it is from the kitchen side. See how much better it looks white. So it's just, this is the really worn side. This is the side that was outside when it was on a house, whenever that was. So yeah, I got to touch up all that, and I've got to fill in all the cracks and gaps, but when it is done, it is going to look really, really, really nice. All right, I think this is done right here. I think it's enough coats and all that. I do need to get up there and clean up the ceiling a little bit. That's not paint, that is, my kitchen's probably filled with smoke. I have fish cooking in the air fryer. Same thing within here, it's done, and that is that caulking stuff on the ceiling. I have to get up there and try to clean that off, so. Here it is in here. And so that looks nice. I like it. And then I've started on a project in there in the foyer. Hopefully I can show you that soon. Okay, I got the first coat on the first board for the start of my new project. And unfortunately Brett's at work, so I had to do it by myself, and the only person I had helping me was God. So he and I hung this board. It's about 11 feet, a little over 11 feet long. How I did it was, it's a 1x6. It's not very heavy, but I held it up there and figured out where approximately I wanted it. I put a nail in with my nail gun in the center, so it was sort of like a teeter-totter, you know, so I could move it still on each side. And so I went down, I think I started at this end, and I knew what height I wanted it and everything. So I had my level up there, made sure it was level, then I measured from the bottom of the board to the floor, and I put one nail in it just to hold it. I went down to the other end and did the same thing. I made sure the level was up there, that it was level. I measured from there to the floor, and when that was good, I put another nail in it. And then I went to the center, and I made sure it was level in the center, measured, boom. Once that was all done, then I just found my studs and, you know, attached it real good with the nail gun. So Like I said, I don't recommend doing it by yourself, but if you have to, that's how I did it. I'm sure it's not the correct way to do it, but anyway, this 53-year-old woman is figuring out as I go. So, and it worked. Like I said, me and God figured it out. So, yeah, it looks pretty good for the start. And okay, what I worked on today, it wasn't hard, but it was extremely time consuming, and it actually kicked my butt. I'm hurting really bad. It's the lifting of that board, and then I had to, you know, attach it all, and working above with my arms above my head just makes me sick. It hurts my neck muscles. And anyway, I have got all that up and puttied, so, and sanded, and, you know, all that. So tomorrow I will paint it. Okay, it's Monday and I am back at work. I'm trying to finish this haul, and I admit I'm going really slow. But I did luck out and not have to trim anything around the return air. It worked out where it was full pieces. However, now I'm to the outlet. And even though I've done like light switches and an outlet over there, I did them both wrong. So we had to buy spacers to fix it. This one, I'm trying to do it the right way. So, number one, I don't like that it's landing right on a seam where this screw hole is, but I also have to pull it out myself because he's at work and I've never done that before, and electricity scares me. So the wood done, and then I'm gonna have to go buy paint and hopefully have this done this week, fingers crossed. But it's gonna look good. So tomorrow, the next step. Yeah, let's just get it done. That's where I'm at right now. But it's gonna look good. I am just ready to move on to something different for a while. So, yeah, I will eventually do something up there. But for now, I just want to touch up above the shelf where you can see, in case you're upstairs and you're walking down, that you don't see how nasty it looks up there. So other than that, I'm happy with it. I think it's going to look really good when I get it decorated, you know, and then it ties in to what I did over here. So I'm just ready to get it all done and decorated so I can enjoy and be able to really take in what it looks like. Plus then I can look at before and afters. Just tomorrow I'll work on decorating it. I want it to get really dry so nothing sticks. That it's going to need more security than just that nail gun, even though I put a ton of nails in there, but still and he's right. So I've went around today and I found all the studs, and I have drilled and put screws in and sort of sunken them into the wood a little bit. So I'm going to go over it with putty and then paint, and hopefully you won't be able to see it. And then that shelf's not going anywhere. I mean, I can't control whether that top board breaks in two, but it's not falling off the wall. I can guarantee that.